Hey, what's up, guys? Y'all come on in, chop it up with me. I'm a little sweaty right now. I'm out on the hiking trail, trying to get a little cardio in. How y'all living? Y'all piling in the room. Let me see if y'all in here. It's hot as hell out here in LA today. It's like 6 something. It's still hot out here. But how y'all living, man? Just want to check in with everybody real quick. Shout out to the DMV. Shout out to everybody from DC. The Hidden Colors 5 in theaters nationwide in 2 days. Nationwide in 2 days. The Washington, D.C. showing, from what I understand, it is sold out, but that's okay. We'll see if they'll let us get a second showing that night, but I do understand that the Washington, D.C. showing is sold out. The L.A. Screening is going to be this Wednesday night. The 10 o'clock show is available. There's a 10 o'clock showing. Go to hiddencolorsfilm.com. hiddencolorsfilm.com. Shout out to our brother, Professor Black Truth. My man they took his whole channel down. Professor Black Truth took it, YouTube took his whole channel down. I think he was spitting too much truth, and that's the thing they're gonna start doing. On the broadcast I did last night, they put an age restriction on it. So we're being a little too effective out here. So we're working on some things. We're working on some things so that we can continue spreading the message of truth, because now it's clear that certain people are seen as a threat out here by telling this truth. The DVD comes out on the 12th. You can pre-order the DVD now. But what I do want to talk about, I want to talk about mass deception real quickly. Yesterday there was a shooting out here in California, up in Northern California, at the Gilroy Garlic Festival. And as we suspected, and I said this last night, this looks like the work of a white supremacist, and sure enough it was. Santino something, some white supremacist, 19-year-old white supremacist did a mass shooting. He killed 3 people, one including a 6-year-old boy. And they saw that the white supremacist posted some stuff about reading a book called Might is Right, and that's a book that I've talked about before. That's an old white supremacist book. That's an old white supremacist manifesto from like the 1800s. And that book, and I've broken that book down before, that book is the basis of the Church of Satanism's Bible. And as you know, a lot of the Satanists, they are white supremacists. So I've broken this stuff down. This is why I tell people about this stuff. I've been breaking this stuff down for years. So when it happens, I already know their MO. I already know. I already know. Now, the thing is, today on Twitter, Trump and the white supremacist MAGA followers, his base, they got into this mass deflection about Al Sharpton. Trump got into this little Twitter beef with Sharpton, talking about Sharpton is a con man, he's anti-white, he's anti-cop, so that got all the MAGA crowds tweeting about Sharpton today and talking about Tawana Brawley and all. The Tawana Brawley case, that's an old case from like the 80s, I think, 30-year-old case, so it's a mass deflection. Let's be very clear. The reason they did that was to deflect away from this white supremacist terrorist that just killed a whole bunch of people. Yeah? That was a big mass deception for them to get the focus away from talking about dangerous white supremacist terror cells in this country, because that's what we have. We have very dangerous terror cells that have been deputized, and they are low-key, they're protected. The white supremacists, they're a protected class out here now. You dig? So just be very clear that, and that little argument they're getting into, that whole beef with Sharpton and Trump and all that stuff, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We got something to do with it, but we don't. We ain't gonna get into it because, again, we're not gonna get into the who's the biggest racist thing. We ain't about to get into that. We still gonna need them tangibles, and if they don't give them tangibles, we up out the game with them. If they don't throw them tangibles out there on the table, we're gonna be up out the game. We're not gonna participate in the process. We're gonna still stand on that square. Because the Democrats, again, they're just as racist. You dig? So let's not be fooled. Let's not be swayed. They're gonna run on this big who's the biggest racist platform. That's the con game that they're running, and we're just not gonna go for it. Yeah, if Trump gets reelected, that's cool. No problem, because now we're gonna deal with real white supremacy, and we get to deal with it on our own without these buffer classes neutralizing us. And this is very important, because look, we're gonna have to deal with these white supremacists, and that's fine. It's time for us to get down to the nitty damn gritty. Damn, these flies and gnats in my damn ear. Understand what I'm saying? Look, we're gonna have to deal with these white supremacists, and that's fine. Our problem is we've been having to deal with all of these other groups neutralizing us and making us sitting ducks while these white supremacists go in on us. See, when we deal with a direct threat and we know the threat is there, that gives us a little energy. We become energized. See, we don't need all these Democratic buffer classes assisting these damn white supremacists and making us lame ducks out here like Obama. Obama made us sitting goddamn ducks out here. Obama made us sitting ducks out here, didn't do a goddamn thing. We sat around waiting on him to do something. We like, hey, we came out in droves and elected you, and we propped up the Democrats. Hey, I know y'all gonna do something, and do nothing. That put us in a very vulnerable position, extremely vulnerable. So now we got to get them buffer classes out the way so we can deal directly with these white supremacists. And we deal with them directly, we will be good, I promise you. You dig? But don't be swayed by all these mass deflections these folks are doing. God damn, get away from my thing. Don't be swayed by all these mass deflections. This whole thing about them deflecting away from these dangerous white supremacists. We got to keep our eye on them. They don't ever want to talk about the problem of these dangerous white supremacist terror cells. And the reason why they don't want to talk about it is because many of these people have infiltrated law enforcement. So if you're going to start outing these people in large numbers, you're going to have to start outing too many people within law enforcement, too many judges, too many prosecutors. You're going to have to start outing a lot of people. You dig? So they've de facto made them a protected class. That's the name of the game. So we're gonna have to be ready to get down. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah? Shout out to Spain. Are you gonna come over to the UK to watch the movie this weekend? The movie's gonna be in the UK this weekend. We're having a big screening in Birmingham, England this weekend. So you need to come on through. But anyway, let me get the rest of my little trail on. So y'all go to hiddencolorsfilm.com. Hiddencolorsfilm.com. And my ass, I done sat out here and hiked and trailed, and I'm about to go eat me an ice cream sandwich. So that's just how ass backwards I am sometimes. So, but anyway, hiddencolorsfilm.com, holla.